Go.
All right, so we're coming to you live from So Much Closer Practice, the episode 2 of Meet So Much Closer. So one of the questions we keep getting is, when are we coming to your town? That is a fantastic question. I know it came from KC, it came from Chicago, Texas. So KC, we're working on it. We've got some emails out to several venues in the area. Hopefully we'll get something lined up there soon. We know it's important, being that it's the second biggest city in Missouri. And we've got a lot of friends there, so we'd love to come out and play KC. Maybe we might end up in Lawrence, whatever we can get, we'll take it. May 29th, we'll be up in Chicago at Sylvie's Lounge. Texas, so, the big spring tour turned into spring tour / recording. So we're leaving on April 24th, going down to the not Elbow, what am I talking about? The Echo Lab, which is down near Denton. It's Matt Pence is one of the co-owners of the studio, and we're going to be recording with David Willingham, who's produced some phenomenal artists, so we're really excited about that. We're going to record 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. We play a show the 28th in Fort Worth. 29th, we're in Lubbock, and then after that, whatever happens. So here's the biggest thing you can do. If you want to help us out, and you're like, hey, you should come play Oklahoma, or you should come play Mississippi, or you should come play Alabama. Trust me, we want to play every one of those places that you're talking about. If you know a venue that supports original music, let us know. Let us know the venue, who does the booking, and we'll start sending them stuff, because we would love to come play for you guys. That's somebody's phone. That's okay, though.
That's mine.
So the other question we had was, tell us about no funky sexual questions this week for whatever reason. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay. Somebody wanted us to talk about gear.
Is that expected?
I guess it was, after the underwear comment. And then we had some requests for you to keep your shirt on. I don't know who that
Well,
came
it's
from.
on today because we haven't started playing
Right.
yet, so,
Right. So we're going to go ahead and talk about gear. I'll kick it off. So taking the vid from Peace Wiz. So we're starting with the amplifier. Here we have a Clara V-Verb. It's a custom amplifier made to specifications, down to the purple jewel, because I like purple. So this is basically a hand-wired version of similar circuitry to a Vibrolux, except I had some specific requirements. I wanted 210s, I wanted 6v6s because they break up earlier, and I wanted a sweet onboard tremolo, and that's what I got. As far as guitars go, here's kind of the lineup that I use with the So Much Closer. I'm not going to be talking about acoustics because thus far we haven't used any acoustics with So Much Closer, and I really don't plan on it. So some things you'll notice on all the guitars is they all have Spurzl tuners, they all have a Bigsby, and they all have Vintage Vibe pickups. Each guitar has different Vintage Vibe pickups though. So on the Sheridan, which I'm looking at right now, I've got HS90s in there, which is a humbucker-sized P90 pickup. So it's actually a single coil, but fatter. On the SG, I have HS90As. Same concept, except for it has El Nico rods in it, so it kind of has more of a Strat sound than a P90 sound. And then on my baby, which is my 1974 Gill Starfire, I have HS90 blades. As you can see, it's a blade instead of poles as the pickup element. And so what that does is allow me to push the tubes a little bit more. So if you're hearing us get thick and crunchy, I'll be on this guitar. If you're hearing us in Dad-Gad, I'll be on the SG. And if you're hearing us getting sweet and clean, I'll be on Black Beauty over there. As far as pedals are concerned, there's never too many. There's never too many. So what we got here?
Each has its purpose.
Right. So starting out, we've got my tremolo or verb switch for my amp. Got a Route 66, which is an overdrive pedal. If you hear us get real thick, that's what I'm using. It complements the SG very nicely because it likes the HS90As. I've got a Buddha Wah Plus I've got the Carl Martin 2-phase phaser. I've got a Voodoo Lab tremolo, Memory Man, and Sparkle Driver. I've got one overdrive before and after the chain, so I can either push the modulation or break the modulation up depending on what I want to do. We have the Rocktron Vertigo Vibe, Fender tuner, all powered by the Voodoo Lab pedal power. And then I've got an amp selector, so if I'm running a split amp, which I do sometimes, I have the ability to run 1 or 2 amps and send one signal clean and the other wet with effects. Wet is what it is. So for all you gearheads, I'm sure you enjoyed that. For the rest of you, you're just like, what just happened? Hi.
Once you bring that on this way.
I'm going to bring this on over here and hand it over to...
So let's talk about some percussion. Now, I'm not as, gear savvy as our singer slash guitar slash songwriter is. However, I like to hit my drums, and I kind of have a strange sexual attraction to my drum kit that we're not going to talk about further than this, but we'll give you the little drummer's eye view here.
I teabagged your drum set.
All I can see... Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. So you can see, we're looking at a kind of a strange setup because we got the, the mid-tom over to the right there, which some people say looks weird. I've had a sound guy say, "You're going to keep that there?" And he looked at me like I was crazy. I keep my first crash a little low so I can get those good chokes out of it. Kind of like I don't know if any of you know the band Hella. I kind of stole that from him, but that's okay. Oh, we're zoomed in. Oh, here we go. There's a better view. All right. As you can see there, I got my Loke Custom Dry ride. That's my baby. I love that ride. I kind of lusted after it for several years before I decided to take the plunge and actually buy it. For my low crash here, I am rocking a Zildjian A medium ride. I like the sound. It gets a good,
Sound like you're selling things.
I am. I feel like I'm selling things as well. I'm not really an equipment guy. We're rocking the Pacific DW LX series kit. It's good. It's not bad. I like it. Works for me in my income bracket. I actually just got new heads today, so we'll see how they work. They might be slightly out of tune, but we'll work that out. Except for this, I really like this snare head. And I got another one just to try it out, and I decided that my old ones were better. So I'm done talking. Logan.
Yes.
Let's see your little axes there.
Hey everybody. All right, let's look at Logan's stuff. First off, this is my watch. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Who gives a shit about your timepiece, asshole?
Hey man. Anyway, so I use a Galen Kruger 410 cabinet. It's pretty cool. Notice the pedals on the floor. I got a bunch of them. No, not really. Okay, for my bass, this is Katinka, and she is extra hot. Look at that, peoples. Look at that. Look at it. About my pickups, it's a big fat black pickup. So that's pretty much what you get right there. This is a generic, however, it's a fretless bass. I'm gonna try it out tonight, and. Look at my shoes! Look at my shoes!
You get shit about your shoes!
So I'm finished now. I'm going to turn it over to Swan.
Hello everybody. I rock a lot of equipment, so be prepared for a lengthy,
Oh, great.
Alright, so, first, we have the Korg Micro Korg. This beautiful piece of machinery can create any sound that you can imagine.
It's one of two in the band.
One of two in the band. Also, Enright usually has one right over there, but it's not.
I forgot it.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Anyhow, we'll move on past here. We also have guitar. Ha! This beautiful guitar was actually gifted to me by a very good friend of mine. He introduced himself a little earlier in the band. His name is Eric Ketzer, and I thank him for it.
Tell us about your pickups.
I don't know about the pickups, but I assume that they are the vintage vibe.
Those are vintage vibe humbuckers. And he's got a Spurzle set up with a Bigsby on it. Yep. Solid stuff right there.
And it's a fantastic sounding guitar. Just one more look before we go away. Oh, yeah.
Your body looks dwarfed.
Okay, we move on to the amplifier, which I just purchased a little bit ago. This is a Fender Blues Deluxe 112 40-watt amplifier. Beautiful, beautiful thing that creates some fantastic, lovely sounds. The next we move on to is the piece of machinery that I've been playing for the past umpteen years. It is a Bach Omega trumpet that puts out the most beautiful, lovely, fat tones.
Show him your plunger.
Oh, and the plunger, yeah. Logan had to use that before when he dropped a D and it couldn't go down the toilet. Alright, so that would be my gear. I got some pedals down here too, nothing near as expansive as what Eric's got going on over here. However, alright, I guess we'll do this thing where we sign off now. And
yeah, we're signing off soon. So coming at you next week, we're going to do So Much Closer Cribs. We're going to go to everybody's house and give you the Cribs version of So Much Closer. So hope you guys had a great week, and we'll see you next week.